Coca-Cola is, at face value, just sugar water with flavoring. So how did that become one of the greatest scale businesses ever built? Here is the short answer. Coke did not just build a beverage. It built a flywheel where each piece made the next piece stronger. Let's break it down. First, the economics. Coke's core product model was concentrated syrup. Cheap inputs, high margin output. That margin gave them fuel. Second, they removed friction at the point of purchase. Early on, they anchored to a low price point. Affordable, repeatable, habit-forming. Then they amplified trial with coupons and local distribution hacks. So consumers tried it. Retailers saw demand. Everyone wanted in. Third, and this is the masterstroke, Coke separated ownership from control. They allowed bottlers and local operators to put up much of the capital and do the hard operational work. Coke stayed focused on what it could uniquely control: formula consistency, brand standards, and demand generation. That gave them a massive advantage. They could scale distribution without owning every bottle plant and truck themselves. So they got global reach with a lighter balance sheet than a fully vertically integrated model. Fourth, they transformed the category from product marketing to identity marketing. Early advertising talked about refreshment and utility. Then Coke moved to lifestyle and emotion. Coke became summer. Coke became holidays. Coke became friendship. Coke became America and then global Americana. This is important because product attributes can be copied. Emotional associations at global scale are much harder to copy. Fifth, they engineered ubiquity. Gas stations, vending, grocery, fountain, and crucially, food service partnerships like McDonald's. When a brand is available everywhere, it wins even when it is not always objectively the best tasting option in a blind test. Convenience plus familiarity beats preference more often than people admit. Sixth, they continuously compounded distribution and brand through major cultural platforms: Olympics, global campaigns, mass media moments. Each one strengthened memory structures in the consumer's mind. So even a competitor with a strong campaign had to fight against decades of accumulated brand equity and placement muscle. Now here is the twist. This flywheel was powerful but not invincible. Pepsi found real cracks: taste tests, packaging innovation, youth positioning, local execution. And Coke's response, New Coke, became one of the most famous product misreads in business history. What does that teach us? Even a great flywheel can fail if leadership misreads what customers are actually buying. People were not just buying liquid. They were buying identity, nostalgia, ritual, and continuity. So the real Coca-Cola flywheel looks like this. High-margin concentrate funds marketing. Marketing builds emotional demand. Emotional demand pulls retail and fountain distribution. Distribution drives volume and bargaining power. Volume improves system economics and reinforces availability. Availability deepens habit. Habit drives cash flow. Cash flow funds more brand and distribution expansion. That is why this story matters for any founder, operator, or creator. You do not need to sell soda to use this model. Ask yourself, are you just improving product features? Or are you building a system where demand, distribution, and economics strengthen each other over time? Because if you only optimize the product, competitors can catch you. If you build the flywheel, you become the default.